Property and Casualty Exam. Question 1. In a unilateral contract, Option A, both parties make enforceable promises. Option B, only one party makes an enforceable promise. Option C, neither party makes a promise. Option D, the contract is void. The correct answer is option B, only one party makes an enforceable promise. In insurance, the insurer makes the promise to pay, the insured is not obligated to continue paying premiums. Question 2. The basic extended reporting period, TAIL, in a claims-made CGL, Option A, is unlimited. Option B, provides 5 years to report claims. Option C, provides a limited period, usually 60 days, to report claims after policy termination. Option D, has no reporting extension. The correct answer is Option A, is unlimited. The basic ERP provides a short automatic extension. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 3. Experience rating in commercial auto insurance. Option A, uses only the insured's past loss experience to modify the premium. Option B, has no impact on premium. Option C, is only for new businesses. Option D, guarantees lower premiums. The correct answer is Option D, guarantees lower premiums. Experience rating adjusts premiums based on the insured's actual loss history. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 4. A dram shop law imposes liability on Option A, the intoxicated person only. Option B, establishments that serve alcohol to visibly intoxicated persons or minors who then cause injury. Option C, only the manufacturer. Option D, only the driver. The correct answer is Option D, only the driver. Dram shop laws hold alcohol vendors liable for injuries caused by their intoxicated patrons. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 5. The HO6 policy is designed for Option A, single-family homeowners. Option B, condominium unit owners. Option C, renters. Option D, landlords. The correct answer is Option A, single-family homeowners. HO6 is the condominium unit owners form. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 6. The cross-liability coverage under separation of insureds. Option A, prohibits suits between insureds. Option B, allows one insured to sue another insured under the policy, subject to exclusions. Option C, eliminates all coverage. Option D, only applies to individuals. The correct answer is Option B, allows one insured to sue another insured under the policy, subject to exclusions. Cross-liability means the policy covers claims by one insured against another insured. Question 7. A motor truck cargo policy covers Option A, the truck itself. Option B, cargo being transported by truck for hire. Option C, liability for truck accidents. Option D, the truck driver. The correct answer is Option D, the truck driver. Motor truck cargo covers the carrier's legal liability for cargo damage or loss. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 8. The term salvage in property insurance refers to Option A, the total loss of property. Option B, damaged property taken by the insurer after paying a claim to reduce the loss. Option C, the insured's deductible. Option D, the premium payment. The correct answer is Option D, the premium payment. Salvage is damaged property the insurer takes possession of to reduce the net cost of a claim. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 9. The threshold in a no-fault state determines Option A, the minimum premium. Option B, when an injured party can sue the at-fault driver, based on injury severity or monetary threshold. Option C, the deductible amount. Option D, the policy limit. The correct answer is Option B, when an injured party can sue the at-fault driver, based on injury severity or monetary threshold. Thresholds, verbal or monetary, determine when a tort lawsuit is permitted in no-fault states. Question 10. Comprehensive coverage in a PAP is typically written with Option A, no deductible ever. Option B, a deductible, which may be lower than the collision deductible. Option C, a mandatory percentage deductible. Option D, the same deductible as collision. The correct answer is Option A, no deductible ever. Comprehensive coverage usually has a deductible, often lower than the collision deductible. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 11. Primary insurance in a commercial auto policy means Option A, the policy pays only after other insurance is exhausted. Option B, the policy pays first, before other applicable insurance. Option C, the policy does not pay at all. Option D, the policy shares equally with other insurance. The correct answer is Option B, the policy pays first, before other applicable insurance. Primary coverage pays first, regardless of other available insurance. Question 12. Symbol 9 in a business auto policy designates Option A, non-owned autos only. Option B, any auto. Option C, hired autos. Option D, specifically described autos. The correct answer is option A, non-owned autos only. Symbol 9 covers non-owned autos, employee-owned vehicles used in business. Question 13. The McCarran-Ferguson Act established that, option A, the federal government has exclusive authority over insurance. Option B, states have primary authority to regulate insurance. Option C, the NAIC regulates all insurance. Option D, insurance is unregulated. The correct answer is option C, the NAIC regulates all insurance. McCarran-Ferguson affirmed state regulation of insurance. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 14. Under a comparative negligence system, if a plaintiff is found to be 30% at fault for their own injury, they can recover. Option A, nothing. Option B, 70% of their total damages from the defendant. Option C, 100% of their damages. Option D, 30% of their damages. The correct answer is option A, nothing. The plaintiff's recovery is reduced by their percentage of fault. They recover 70% of total damages. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 15. The PAPS joint ownership coverage applies when, option A, only one person owns the vehicle. Option B, two or more people own the vehicle and are listed on the policy. Option C, the vehicle is leased. Option D, the vehicle is rented. The correct answer is option D, the vehicle is rented. Joint ownership requires all owners to be listed as named insureds. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 16. A retrospective rating plan for workers' compensation. Option A, has a fixed premium. Option B, adjusts the final premium after the policy period based on actual losses. Option C, only reduces premium. Option D, has no premium. The correct answer is option A, has a fixed premium. Retro plans adjust premium based on actual loss experience. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 17. Flood coverage for a homeowner is available through, option A, standard homeowners policies. Option B, the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, or private flood insurers. Option C, only FEMA grants. Option D, automatically with mortgage. The correct answer is option D, automatically with mortgage. Flood is excluded from standard policies and requires separate NFIP or private coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 18. The person or entity entitled to receive the policy proceeds upon the death of the insured is the, option A, insurer. Option B, policyholder. Option C, beneficiary. Option D, agent. The correct answer is option C, beneficiary. The beneficiary is designated to receive the policy proceeds. Question 19. An insurer's annual statement is, option A, optional. Option B, a detailed financial report filed with state insurance departments. Option C, only for shareholders. Option D, a marketing document. The correct answer is option C, only for shareholders. Annual statements provide regulators with detailed financial information. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 20. The National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC, option A, is a federal regulatory agency. Option B, drafts model insurance laws and regulations for state adoption. Option C, sells insurance to the public. Option D, is an insurance company. The correct answer is option D, is an insurance company. The NAIC is an organization of state insurance regulators that develops model laws and standards. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 21. Prior acts coverage in a claims-made policy. Option A, covers only future occurrences. Option B, provides coverage for occurrences before the policy's effective date back to the retroactive date. Option C, has no coverage. Option D, only applies to intentional acts. The correct answer is option D, only applies to intentional acts. Prior acts coverage applies to occurrences between the retroactive date and policy inception. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 22. Personal injury protection, PIP, provides, option A, only medical payments. Option B, medical expenses, lost wages, and essential services regardless of fault. Option C, only property damage. Option D, only death benefits. The correct answer is option A, only medical payments. PIP provides broad no-fault benefits. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 23. Excess insurance means, option A, the policy pays first. Option B, the policy pays only after primary insurance limits are exhausted. Option C, the policy pays equally with primary. Option D, no coverage exists. The correct answer is option C, the policy pays equally with primary. Excess coverage applies above and beyond primary policy limits. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 24. The products and completed operations hazard covers. Option A, premises liability only. Option B, bodily injury and property damage from products sold or work completed by the insured. Option C, ongoing operations. Option D, professional services. The correct answer is option C, ongoing operations. Products and completed operations covers liability arising after products leave the insured's control or work is completed. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 25. The separation of insureds, severability, clause means. Option A, all insured share one limit. Option B, coverage applies separately to each insured, as if each had their own policy. Option C, insureds cannot sue each other. Option D, the policy cannot be separated. The correct answer is option B, coverage applies separately to each insured, as if each had their own policy. Severability ensures that a breach by one insured does not void coverage for innocent insureds. Question 26. A deductible in a commercial auto physical damage policy, option A, is never applied. Option B, applies per occurrence. Option C, applies only to comprehensive. Option D, applies only to collision. The correct answer is option D, applies only to collision. Deductibles apply per accident or occurrence. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 27. Functional replacement cost is. Option A, replacement with identical materials. Option B, replacement with modern, functionally equivalent materials. Option C, the same as market value. Option D, actual cash value. The correct answer is option C, the same as market value. Functional replacement cost allows for repair or replacement with modern materials that serve the same function. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 28. Rebating in insurances. Option A, offering a discount on the premium. Option B, giving a portion of the premium or something of value not specified in the policy as an inducement to purchase. Option C, a legal sales practice. Option D, charging higher premiums. The correct answer is option C, a legal sales practice. Rebating is illegal in most states as an unfair trade practice. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 29. The liquor liability exclusion in the CGL excludes. Option A, host liquor liability. Option B, liability for businesses that manufacture, sell, serve, or furnish alcoholic beverages. Option C, all alcohol-related claims. Option D, only claims against bars. The correct answer is option C, all alcohol-related claims. The exclusion applies to those in the alcohol business, not social hosts. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 30. The PAP's physical damage coverage limit is typically. Option A, the stated amount in the policy. Option B, the lower of the actual cash value or the cost to repair or replace. Option C, the full purchase price. Option D, unlimited. The correct answer is option B, the lower of the actual cash value or the cost to repair or replace. Physical damage losses are settled based on ACV or repair cost, not to exceed the vehicle's value. Question 31. Joint and several liability means. Option A, each defendant is only liable for their share. Option B, any defendant can be held responsible for the entire judgment, regardless of their percentage of fault. Option C, only one defendant can be sued. Option D, defendants share liability equally. The correct answer is option B, any defendant can be held responsible for the entire judgment, regardless of their percentage of fault. Joint and several liability allows the plaintiff to recover the full amount from any defendant. Question 32. Concealment in insurances. Option A, disclosing all material facts. Option B, intentionally failing to disclose a material fact. Option C, making a false statement. Option D, canceling a policy. The correct answer is option C, making a false statement. Concealment is the deliberate withholding of material information. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 33. The fire legal liability coverage in a CGL policy. Option A, covers all fire damage. Option B, covers damage to premises rented to the insured caused by the insured's negligence in starting a fire. Option C, covers only the insured's own property. Option D, is excluded. The correct answer is option B, covers damage to premises rented to the insured caused by the insured's negligence in starting a fire. Fire legal liability covers the insured's liability for fire damage to rented premises. Question 34. Under a coinsurance clause with an 80% requirement, if a building worth $200,000 is insured for $120,000 and a $40,000 loss occurs, the insurer will pay. Option A, $40,000. Option B, $30,000. Option C, $20,000. Option D, $10,000. The correct answer is option C, $20,000. $120,000 / $200,000 times 0.80 times $40,000 equals $120,000 / $160,000 times $40,000 equals 0.75 times $40,000 equals $30,000. Question 35. The risk-based capital requirements for insurers, option A, have no effect. Option B, require insurers to maintain capital proportional to their risk exposure. Option C, reduce capital requirements. Option D, only apply to life insurers. The correct answer is option B, require insurers to maintain capital proportional to their risk exposure. RBC ensures insurers have adequate capital to support their risk. Question 36. The transportation expenses coverage in a commercial auto policy provides. Option A, employee commuting costs. Option B, temporary substitute transportation while a covered auto is being repaired. Option C, fuel costs. Option D, all travel expenses. The correct answer is option A, employee commuting costs. Transportation expense coverage pays for a temporary substitute vehicle. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 37. An additional insured under a CGL policy is typically added by. Option A, automatic provision. Option B, endorsement, often required by contracts. Option C, the agent's verbal agreement. Option D, no formal process. The correct answer is option D, no formal process. Additional insureds are added by endorsement. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 38. A commercial auto policies who is an insured provision includes. Option A, only the named insured. Option B, the named insured and anyone using a covered auto with permission. Option C, only employees driving company vehicles. Option D, only the vehicle owner. The correct answer is option D, only the vehicle owner. Permissive users of covered autos are insureds under the liability coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 39. The insurer's duty to defend is typically. Option A, narrower than the duty to indemnify. Option B, broader than the duty to indemnify, defend even if ultimately not liable. Option C, the same as the duty to indemnify. Option D, non-existent. The correct answer is option D, non-existent. The duty to defend is broader, the insurer must defend if the allegations potentially fall within coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 40. A monthly limit of indemnity in business income coverage. Option A, caps the monthly payment regardless of actual loss. Option B, limits recovery to a specified fraction of the total limit per month. Option C, has no effect. Option D, increases coverage. The correct answer is option B, limits recovery to a specified fraction of the total limit per month. The monthly limit restricts the amount payable in any one month, spreading the coverage over a longer period. Question 41. An additional insured endorsement. Option A, reduces coverage. Option B, extends coverage to another person or organization for liability arising from the named insured's operations. Option C, cancels the policy. Option D, increases the premium without adding coverage. The correct answer is option A, reduces coverage. Additional insured status extends liability protection to parties with a business relationship to the named insured. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 42. Protective safeguards endorsements in commercial property insurance. Option A, have no effect on coverage. Option B, require the insured to maintain specified protective devices, sprinklers, alarms. Option C, increase coverage. Option D, reduce premiums without conditions. The correct answer is option D, reduce premiums without conditions. Protective safeguard endorsements require maintenance of specified safety devices, failure can suspend coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 43. The principle of indemnity is best described as. Option A, the insured may profit from a loss. Option B, the insured is restored to the financial position they were in before the loss. Option C, the insurer pays double the loss amount. Option D, the insured receives a set amount regardless of loss. The correct answer is option A, the insured may profit from a loss. Indemnity means the insured should not profit from insurance but should be made whole. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 44. Valuable papers and records coverage covers. Option A, all documents. Option B, the cost to reconstruct or replace valuable papers and records. Option C, only electronic records. Option D, only financial records. The correct answer is option D, only financial records. This covers the cost to research, replace, or reconstruct damaged valuable documents. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 45. The commercial auto policy's limit of insurance section states, option A, unlimited coverage, option B, the limits shown are the maximum payable regardless of the number of vehicles, insureds, or claims, option C, per vehicle limits only, option D, no aggregate limit. The correct answer is option A, unlimited coverage. The limit is the maximum payable per occurrence. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 46. A claims made trigger means coverage applies when, option A, the injury occurs, option B, the claim is first made against the insured, option C, the policy is purchased, option D, the premium is paid. The correct answer is option C, the policy is purchased. Claims made policies are triggered by the making of the claim. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 47. The abandonment clause in a property policy states, option A, the insured must abandon damaged property, option B, the insured cannot abandon damaged property to the insurer, option C, the insurer must accept abandoned property, option D, the insured can demand the insurer take the property. The correct answer is option B, the insured cannot abandon damaged property to the insurer. The insured cannot abandon damaged property and demand the insurer pay the full policy limit. Question 48. Trailer interchange coverage covers, option A, owned trailers only, option B, non-owned trailers being used under a trailer interchange agreement, option C, only rented trailers, option D, only permanently attached trailers. The correct answer is option B, non-owned trailers being used under a trailer interchange agreement. Trailer interchange covers physical damage to trailers of others in the insured's possession. Question 49. An occurrence trigger in a liability policy means, option A, the policy responds based on when the claim is made, option B, the policy responds based on when the injury or damage occurred, option C, the policy responds based on when the policy was purchased, option D, the policy responds based on when the premium was paid. The correct answer is option B, the policy responds based on when the injury or damage occurred. Occurrence policies cover injury or damage that occurs during the policy period. Question 50. A personal auto policy typically excludes coverage for, option A, personal use, option B, livery use, transporting people for hire, unless specifically endorsed, option C, commuting to work, option D, running errands. The correct answer is option A, personal use. Using a personal vehicle for hire, taxi, rideshare without proper endorsement, is excluded. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 51. Which of the following is an example of a peril? Option A, slippery floor, option B, fire, option C, icy sidewalk, option D, poor lighting. The correct answer is option C, icy sidewalk. A peril is the actual cause of loss, such as fire, wind, or theft. Hazards are conditions that increase the likelihood of a peril occurring. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 52. An employer is held responsible for the negligent acts of an employee performed within the scope of employment under the doctrine of, option A, absolute liability, option B, contributory negligence, option C, vicarious liability, respondeat superior, option D, contractual liability. The correct answer is option C, vicarious liability, respondeat superior. Respondeat superior holds employers vicariously liable for employees' negligent acts committed within the scope of employment. Question 53. An umbrella liability policy provides, option A, primary coverage, option B, excess liability coverage above underlying policies, option C, property coverage, option D, health insurance. The correct answer is option A, primary coverage. Umbrella policies provide additional liability limits. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 54. A reporting form in commercial property insurance. Option A, requires monthly reporting of property values with premium adjustments. Option B, reports all claims to the state. Option C, reports only liability claims. Option D, has fixed premiums. The correct answer is option A, requires monthly reporting of property values with premium adjustments. Reporting forms are used for fluctuating inventory values, with premiums adjusted based on reported values. Question 55. The CGL policy's expected or intended injury exclusion excludes, option A, all injuries, option B, bodily injury or property damage that is expected or intended from the insured's standpoint, option C, only criminal acts, option D, only intentional torts. The correct answer is option A, all injuries. Intentional acts by the insured are excluded. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 56. The legal requirement that an insurance applicant must suffer a legitimate financial loss if the insured property is damaged is called: Option A, subrogation. Option B, insurable interest. Option C, consideration. Option D, utmost good faith. The correct answer is option B, insurable interest. Insurable interest prevents insurance from becoming a gambling contract by ensuring the policyholder is protected against actual financial hardship. Question 57. A commercial property policy's coverage extensions provide: Option A, unlimited additional coverage. Option B, limited additional coverage for specific items like newly acquired property. Option C, no additional benefits. Option D, liability coverage. The correct answer is option D, liability coverage. Coverage extensions provide automatic additional coverage for items like newly acquired property, with sublimits. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 58. A leader property endorsement covers: Option A, the insured's main building. Option B, lost income when a leader business, anchor tenant, that attracts customers is damaged. Option C, only retail stores. Option D, only manufacturing. The correct answer is option A, the insured's main building. Leader property coverage applies when damage to a key business that attracts customers to the insured's location causes income loss. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 59. Comprehensive, other than collision, coverage pays for: Option A, collision with another vehicle. Option B, fire, theft, vandalism, falling objects, and contact with animals. Option C, upset only. Option D, liability. The correct answer is option C, upset only. Comprehensive covers non-collision losses. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 60. The vacancy clause in a property policy typically: Option A, provides additional coverage for vacant buildings. Option B, suspends coverage for certain perils if the building is vacant for more than 60 days. Option C, has no effect on coverage. Option D, reduces premiums for vacant buildings. The correct answer is option A, provides additional coverage for vacant buildings. Vacancy, absence of people and contents, for 60+ days suspends coverage for perils like vandalism and water damage. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 61. A warehouseman's legal liability policy covers: Option A, the warehouse building. Option B, the warehouse operator's liability for customers' stored goods. Option C, employee injuries. Option D, automobiles. The correct answer is option A, the warehouse building. This covers the legal liability of a warehouse operator for goods stored by others. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 62. Coverage D of a homeowner's policy covers: Option A, dwelling. Option B, other structures. Option C, personal property. Option D, loss of use, additional living expenses. The correct answer is option D, loss of use, additional living expenses. Coverage D provides loss of use coverage, including additional living expenses and fair rental value. Question 63. A business income, business interruption, policy covers: Option A, physical damage to the building. Option B, lost profits and continuing expenses when a business shuts down after a covered loss. Option C, employee dishonesty. Option D, liability claims. The correct answer is option A, physical damage to the building. Business income coverage replaces lost net income and covers continuing operating expenses during the period of restoration. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 64. The automatic increase in insurance endorsement: Option A, increases premiums without notice. Option B, automatically increases coverage limits periodically to account for inflation. Option C, reduces coverage. Option D, applies only to liability. The correct answer is option A, increases premiums without notice. This endorsement provides an automatic increase in building limits at regular intervals. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 65. Garagekeeper's coverage applies to: Option A, the dealer's own vehicles. Option B, customers' vehicles in the dealer's care for service or storage. Option C, the building. Option D, employee vehicles. The correct answer is option A, the dealer's own vehicles. Garagekeepers covers customers' vehicles in the care, custody, or control of the garage. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 66. Coverage F of a homeowner's policy provides: Option A, personal liability. Option B, medical payments to others. Option C, dwelling coverage. Option D, personal property. The correct answer is option B, medical payments to others. Coverage F pays for medical expenses of others injured on the insured's property or by the insured's activities, regardless of fault. Question 67. Bailey's customers' insurance covers. Option A. The Bailey's own property. Option B. Customers' property in the Bailey's care, regardless of negligence. Option C. Only property damaged by fire. Option D. The Bailey's liability. The correct answer is option A. The Bailey's own property. Bailey's customers' policies cover damage to customers' goods without requiring proof of negligence. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 68. An insurer must pay or deny a claim within, option A, 1 year, option B, a specified period after receiving proof of loss, varies by state, option C, no time limit, option D, 6 months. The correct answer is option A, 1 year. Prompt payment laws require timely resolution of claims. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 69. A monopolistic workers' compensation state. Option A allows private insurance for workers' compensation. Option B requires workers' compensation to be purchased from a state fund. Option C does not require workers' compensation. Option D allows self-insurance only. The correct answer is option C, does not require workers' compensation. Monopolistic states require employers to purchase workers' comp from the state-administered fund. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 70. Endorsements to a property policy. Option A cannot change the policy. Option B add, delete, or modify coverage in the policy. Option C are always optional. Option D never affect the premium. The correct answer is option D, never affect the premium. Endorsements, or riders, modify the standard policy form to meet the insured's specific needs. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 71. Identity theft coverage in a homeowner's policy. Option A is automatically included. Option B is often available by endorsement, covering expenses related to restoring identity. Option C covers all financial losses. Option D is a separate policy. The correct answer is option D, is a separate policy. Identity theft coverage is typically an endorsement. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 72. A family member in a PAP is defined as, option A, any relative, option B, a person related to the named insured by blood, marriage, or adoption who resides in the same household. Option C, only children under 18. Option D, only the spouse. The correct answer is option A, any relative. Family members must be related and reside in the same household. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 73. The equipment breakdown coverage form, formerly boiler and machinery, covers. Option A, wear and tear. Option B, sudden and accidental breakdown of covered equipment. Option C, normal maintenance. Option D, employee errors. The correct answer is option D, employee errors. Equipment breakdown covers sudden and accidental mechanical or electrical breakdown. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 74. Which of the following is considered a speculative risk? Option A, a house fire. Option B, a car theft. Option C, investing in the stock market. Option D, a liability lawsuit. The correct answer is option B, a car theft. Speculative risk involves a chance of both profit and loss. Pure risks, which are insurable, only involve the chance of loss or no loss. In this rotation, B is correct. Question 75. The declarations page of a property policy includes option A, policy exclusions. Option B, the insured's name, address, policy limits, and premium. Option C, policy conditions. Option D, definitions. The correct answer is option C, policy conditions. The declarations page personalizes the policy with specific information about the insured and coverage. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 76. The employer's liability exclusion in the CGL excludes option A, all injuries to employees. Option B, bodily injury to employees arising out of and in the course of employment. Option C, only injuries during work hours. Option D, only injuries on the premises. The correct answer is option D, only injuries on the premises. Work-related employee injuries are covered by workers' compensation, not CGL. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 77. The retroactive date in a claims-made CGL, option A, has no significance. Option B excludes claims from occurrences before that date. Option C extends coverage. Option D is the policy effective date. The correct answer is option C, extends coverage. The retroactive date limits coverage to occurrences on or after that date. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 78. The most important principle for an insurance producer to follow is option A, maximizing commissions above all else. Option B, acting in the best interest of the client with honesty, integrity, and competence. Option C, selling as many policies as possible regardless of need. Option D, avoiding all communication with clients. The correct answer is option B, acting in the best interest of the client with honesty, integrity, and competence. A producer's fiduciary duty is to serve the client's best interests with professionalism and integrity. Question 79. Loss of use coverage in auto insurance provides. Option A, coverage for vehicle theft. Option B, transportation expenses while the vehicle is being repaired. Option C, collision coverage. Option D, liability coverage. The correct answer is option D, liability coverage. Loss of use, rental reimbursement, covers substitute transportation. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 80. Fraternal benefit societies are characterized by: Option A, operating for profit. Option B, having a lodge system and offering insurance to members. Option C, being owned by stockholders. Option D, insuring only commercial risks. The correct answer is option A, operating for profit. Fraternal benefit societies are non-profit, member-based organizations with a common bond. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 81. A claims-made liability policy covers claims that are: Option A, caused by an occurrence during the policy period, regardless of when reported. Option B, first made against the insured during the policy period. Option C, made at any time after the policy expires. Option D, reported before the policy begins. The correct answer is option B, first made against the insured during the policy period. Claims-made policies cover claims first made during the policy period, regardless of when the incident occurred, subject to retroactive date. Question 82. Under contributory negligence, if a plaintiff is even 1% at fault, Option A, they recover reduced damages. Option B, they recover nothing. Option C, they recover full damages. Option D, the defendant is always liable. The correct answer is option B, they recover nothing. Contributory negligence is a complete bar to recovery. Any fault by the plaintiff prevents recovery. Question 83. Bad faith in insurance claims handling means: Option A, making an honest mistake. Option B, unreasonably denying or delaying payment of a valid claim. Option C, denying a claim with a valid basis. Option D, prompt payment. The correct answer is option B, unreasonably denying or delaying payment of a valid claim. Bad faith can result in extra-contractual damages against the insurer. Question 84. The CGL policy's separation of insureds condition: Option A, combines all insureds into one. Option B, applies the policy separately to each insured, as if each had their own policy. Option C, separates the policy into parts. Option D, eliminates cross-liability coverage. The correct answer is option A, combines all insureds into one. Severability ensures one insured's breach does not void coverage for other insureds. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 85. The self-insured retention, SIR, under an umbrella policy, Option A, is the same as a deductible. Option B, is the amount the insured pays before the umbrella responds when the loss is not covered by underlying insurance. Option C, is paid by the insurer. Option D, is refundable. The correct answer is option A, is the same as a deductible. SIR applies to losses covered by the umbrella but not by underlying insurance. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 86. The mortgage clause in a property policy protects: Option A, the insured. Option B, the mortgage lender's interest in the property. Option C, the insurance company. Option D, the real estate agent. The correct answer is option D, the real estate agent. The standard mortgage clause protects the mortgagee by giving them rights under the policy. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 87. Motor carrier coverage form is designed for: Option A, for hire carriers. Option B, businesses that transport their own goods, private carriers. Option C, passenger vehicles. Option D, only rental companies. The correct answer is option D, only rental companies. Motor carrier forms are for private carriers transporting their own property. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 88. Personal property of others coverage in a commercial property policy applies to: Option A, the insured's own property. Option B, property of others in the insured's care, custody, or control. Option C, employee personal items at home. Option D, the building. The correct answer is option C, employee personal items at home. This coverage applies to property of others under the insured's care, custody, or control. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 89. The mobile equipment exclusion in a commercial auto policy means: Option A, all vehicles are covered. Option B. Vehicles designed primarily for off-road use, bulldozers, forklifts, are covered under commercial general liability, not auto. Option C. No coverage for any equipment. Option D. Only licensed vehicles are covered. The correct answer is option D. Only licensed vehicles are covered. Mobile equipment is excluded from the auto policy and typically covered under CGL. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 90. The PAP's limit of liability provision states, option A, unlimited coverage. Option B, the maximum the insurer will pay regardless of the number of insureds, claims, or vehicles involved. Option C, per vehicle limits only. Option D, per person limits only. The correct answer is option B, the maximum the insurer will pay regardless of the number of insureds, claims, or vehicles involved. The limit is the maximum payable per occurrence, regardless of the number of insureds or vehicles. Question 91. Which of the following best defines a pure risk? Option A, a situation involving the possibility of both loss and gain. Option B, a situation involving the possibility of loss or no loss. Option C, a situation involving the possibility of gain or no gain. Option D, a situation involving only market volatility. The correct answer is option A, a situation involving the possibility of both loss and gain. Pure risk exists when there is a chance of loss but no chance of financial gain. These are the only types of risks that are typically insurable. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 92. A difference in conditions, DIC, policy provides. Option A, standard property coverage. Option B, coverage for perils excluded by standard policies, such as flood and earthquake. Option C, liability coverage. Option D, automobile coverage. The correct answer is option B, coverage for perils excluded by standard policies, such as flood and earthquake. DIC policies fill gaps in standard property coverage, typically covering perils like flood, earthquake, and collapse. Question 93. Compensatory damages include, option A, only punitive amounts. Option B, both special damages, economic, and general damages, non-economic. Option C, only pain and suffering. Option D, only medical bills. The correct answer is option B, both special damages, economic, and general damages, non-economic. Compensatory damages include both economic, medical bills, lost wages, and non-economic, pain and suffering, losses. Question 94. Self-insured retention, SIR, in an umbrella policy is, option A, the same as a deductible in the underlying policy. Option B, the amount the insured must pay before the umbrella policy applies when the loss is not covered by underlying insurance. Option C, the premium. Option D, the aggregate limit. The correct answer is option A, the same as a deductible in the underlying policy. SIR applies when a loss is covered by the umbrella but not by any underlying policy. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 95. The Federal Employers Liability Act, FELA, covers, option A, railroad workers. Option B, seamen. Option C, federal employees. Option D, minors. The correct answer is option B, seamen. FELA provides a negligence-based compensation system for railroad workers. In this rotation, B is correct. Question 96. An State Route 22 filing is, option A, a type of insurance policy. Option B, a certificate of financial responsibility filed with the state, often required for high-risk drivers. Option C, an accident report. Option D, a vehicle registration form. The correct answer is option B, a certificate of financial responsibility filed with the state, often required for high-risk drivers. State Route 22 is proof of financial responsibility filed by the insurer on behalf of the insured. Question 97. The CGL policy covers which of the following? Option A, employee injuries. Option B, bodily injury and property damage to third parties. Option C, damage to the insured's own property. Option D, professional services. The correct answer is option C, damage to the insured's own property. CGL covers third-party buy and PD, not first-party losses. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 98. Workers' compensation provides benefits to employees for, option A, all injuries regardless of cause. Option B, work-related injuries and illnesses, regardless of fault. Option C, only injuries caused by employer negligence. Option D, off-the-job injuries. The correct answer is option D, off-the-job injuries. Workers' compensation is a no-fault system providing benefits for job-related injuries. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 99. The modified comparative negligence rule means a plaintiff can recover if, option A, they are less than 51% at fault, in most states using this rule. Option B, they are any percentage at fault. Option C, they are 0% at fault. Option D, the defendant is 100% at fault. The correct answer is option D, the defendant is 100% at fault. Under the 50% rule, the plaintiff must be 50% or less at fault to recover. Under the 51% rule, they must be less than 51%. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 100. The false pretense coverage in a garage form covers: Option A, theft by employees. Option B, loss when a vehicle is voluntarily parted with based on fraudulent representation. Option C, only outright theft. Option D, only burglary. The correct answer is option B, loss when a vehicle is voluntarily parted with based on fraudulent representation. False pretense covers situations where a vehicle is obtained through fraud or trickery.